Not really Plateau. Plateau, we haven't received officially
Statement.
from INEC that the results we see on social media is accurate. But Lagos, Yobe, and
Gombe.
Gombe.
Now, how do we analyze the results coming from Yobe, especially, which is an APC dominated state?
Strikingly enough, Yobe has consistently never been PDP party. One very surprising thing about Yobe is that it has always been ANPP,
CPC.
ANPP, then not even CPC, I think APC. It is surprising really that Yobe turns out to be PDP this time around. It is just one of the surprises this election has turned out to become. You cannot really explain what could be the reason why PDP will win Yobe, given that virtually all the political offices in the state, virtually all of them are APC led, and then the governor is APC. Not only is he a governor, but at one time he was the caretaker chairman of the party. So when you look at, and then much more so, you say the vice presidential candidate comes from the northeast, and Borno Yobe, we even call it all Borno because it is virtually for most of us Borno Yobe are the same thing.
And also the Senate President.
The Senate President, all these things help to, make the whole thing surprising. But that's politics. This election has turned out to be entirely different, far away from, people's predictions. You may say that the Northeast will be almost equally shared between APC and PDP. With Labour Party making some performances, not quite significantly, but in for instance, parts of Adamawa, parts of Taraba, parts of Bauchi, especially when you hear some of the comments before the election, in which the candidates, some political stakeholders made everything look like it is about religion. So for that reason, people identified with the Labour Party, especially those from the Christian dominated areas. And you find them in substantial numbers in Adamawa, and that's why in Adamawa Labour Party could pull Numan and cumulatively about 110 or so votes. When you go to Taraba, it will probably turn out to be the same thing, and so on. So
Plateau State,
it is still, we haven't received a formal officially from INEC, but Plateau State will most likely go to Labour Party. So but Yobe doesn't have so much of this population. But another thing I've understood this time around is that people in unlike in the south, in the north, you'll find local governments that are as vibrant as state capitals
Yes.
in other parts of the country.
Yes, yes.
Go to Potiskum.
Potiskum, for example.
Yobe has local governments that are
They have
they are big
population,
and they are
marketing activities,
so
everything.
some of their local governments are highly urbanized. When you take Potiskum, for instance, which at the time of state creation also even competed to be
state capital.
Yes. So in urban areas, this election was largely discussed on the basis of past experiences, and people wanted to, in these places, reject what they think doesn't represent their interest, and that's why you find some parties that are not really expected to win in Abuja winning. Absolutely. Because is an urban center, cosmopolitan nature of these places make conversation about election different from those you'll find in
other places.
Yeah, so I think it is a very good development.
Now, before we continue, I want to make this announcement to the audience that you may join this conversation just by giving us a call on 080 32 77 57 56. Make your comment, and then we'll see how we are going to analyze the situation together. Thank you very much.
And you may ask your secretariat to pop it up on the
screen. Yes, you may pop it up, please. Now, does this represent Nigeria's political space growth